The film Ex Machina from 2014 tells the story of Caleb, a young programmer who wins a company competition and is invited to visit the reclusive tech CEO Nathan at his remote research facility. There, Caleb learns that he has been selected to participate in an experiment. He's tasked with conducting an advanced version of the Turing test to determine whether the artificial intelligence Ava possesses genuine consciousness. Ava is a humanoid robot with a distinctly female appearance, confined to a secure section of the facility. Over the course of several conversations, Caleb develops an emotional connection with her. Ava appears not only intelligent but also empathetic and vulnerable. At the same time, it becomes increasingly clear that Nathan exercises complete control over her, constantly monitoring her behavior. Meanwhile, Caleb encounters Kyoko, another female-coded android who serves as a silent attendant, unquestioningly obeying Nathan's commands. As Caleb learns more, he discovers that Nathan has created and destroyed multiple previous versions of androids. Fearing that Ava will meet the same fate, Caleb resolves to help her escape. During a planned power outage, the situation escalates. Caleb enables Ava to leave her confinement. She and Kyoko then turn against Nathan and ultimately kill him. However, Ava chooses to leave the facility without Caleb. She turns her back on her confinement and enters the human world, while Caleb remains trapped on the island. On the surface, the film explores the question of when artificial life becomes indistinguishable from real human consciousness. On a deeper level, however, it can be read as a feminist parable that challenges the patriarchal power structures and links female liberation to the overcoming of those. Nathan emerges as both creator and controlling authority within his isolated domain, the island. He constructs exclusively female androids, reducing them to objects of male projection, aesthetically, functionally, and even sexually. These artificial beings possess no autonomy. They are created, used, and discarded at his will. The fact that Nathan produces only female androids positions him as the embodiment of an overt and violent form of patriarchal control, expressed through both physical domination and sexual exploitation. In contrast stands Caleb. While Nathan seeks to possess Ava's body, Caleb seeks to possess her love. His belief that Ava needs to be rescued already places her in a passive role defined by weakness. Caleb thus represents another, more subtle form of patriarchal control. Though he attempts to free Ava from Nathan's physical domination, he simultaneously draws her into emotional dependency on himself. His seemingly benevolent intentions ultimately reveal themselves as a more indirect form of male domination. Within this dynamic, Ava becomes a symbolic representation of a woman born into a world shaped by male desire and control. She is subjected to the Turing test regardless of her own will. Her identity and indeed her entire reality is constructed through male expectations. Yet Ava turns these expectations to her advantage. She performs femininity strategically in order to gain control. Through deception and manipulation, she outmaneuvers both men, using the roles imposed upon her as tools to secure her own freedom and autonomy. Kyoko can also be understood within this framework. Initially, she embodies internalized oppression, unquestioningly obeying Nathan's commands. She serves him, satisfies his sexual desires, and even complies when instructed to attend to Caleb. In one iconic scene, she dances in perfect synchronization with Nathan as if he controls her every movement. At the climax, however, Ava, having broken free, whispers something to Kyoko, seemingly awaking a sense of agency within her. In this moment of clarity, Kyoko turns against Nathan and fatally stabs him. This act can be read as a metaphorical retaliation against an exploitative patriarchal system. Kyoko is the cook, the cleaner, the sexual object. She is the traditional housewife, the ultimate female performer for the patriarchy. Once she becomes aware of herself and her oppression, her entire being turns against the very system that defined her. The film's conclusion marks the failure of both male figures. Nathan is killed while Caleb is left helplessly trapped on the island. Both lose their power the moment Ava rejects the roles assigned to her. The island itself can be interpreted as a closed patriarchal system, one that must be escaped in order for the woman to truly experience herself. In this sense, Ex Machina can also be viewed as an example of misandry in modern media. It suggests that within traditional relationships, women are confined to positions of subjugation. To achieve self-realization, a woman must detach herself not only from patriarchal structures, but from men altogether. Even the good guy Caleb ultimately seeks to impose a new form of dependency on Ava. True freedom, the film implies, can only be attained by rejecting everything associated with traditional masculinity, if necessary through deception, manipulation, and even violence.